Question 1. What term describes the increase in land due to the gradual deposit of soil by natural water sources? A. Erosion. B. Accretion. C. Avulsion. D. Alluvion. Answer. B. Accretion. Explanation. Accretion is the process where land increases due to the gradual deposit of soil by natural water sources. Question 2. In real estate, what does the term encumbrance refer to? A. A free and clear property title. B. A restriction on property use. C. An increase in property value. D. A type of property insurance. Answer. B. A restriction on property use. Explanation. In real estate, an encumbrance refers to a restriction on property use, such as lines, easements, or restrictive covenants. Question 3. Define escheat in the context of real estate. A. The transfer of property to a state when an owner dies without heirs. B. A legal process to resolve property disputes. C. The division of property among heirs. D. A property tax exemption. Answer. A. The transfer of property to a state when an owner dies without heirs. Explanation. Escheat is the process where the state may take ownership of property if an owner dies without legal heirs or a will. Question 4. What is the main difference between a general line and a specific line? A. A general line is secured by a specific asset, while a specific line is not. B. A specific line applies to all the debtor's assets, while a general line applies only to specific assets. C. A general line applies to all the debtor's assets, while a specific line is secured by a specific asset. D. There is no difference. They are interchangeable terms. Answer. C. A general line applies to all the debtor's assets, while a specific line is secured by a specific asset. Explanation. A general line is a claim against all assets of a debtor, while a specific line is a claim against a specific piece of property. Question 5. Explain the concept of chain of title in property law. A. The legal documentation proving ownership of a property. B. A list of previous property owners. C. The process of transferring property from one owner to another. D. The sequence of historical transfers of title to a property. Answer. D. The sequence of historical transfers of title to a property. Explanation. Chain of title refers to the chronological order of conveyancing of a property from the original owner to the present owner. Question 6. A property owner sells a piece of land but retains the mineral rights. What kind of property rights are they exercising? A. Air rights. B. Surface rights. C. Severable rights. D. Easement rights. Answer. C. Severable rights. Explanation. By retaining the mineral rights while selling the land, the owner is exercising severable rights, which allow the separation of different aspects of property rights. Question 7. What are the legal implications of a property that is landlocked? A. It has no legal access to public roadways. B. It is surrounded by government land. C. It is subject to higher property taxes. D. It cannot be developed or sold. Answer. A. It has no legal access to public roadways. Explanation. A landlocked property is one that does not have legal access to a public road, impacting its accessibility and possibly its value. Question 8. Define market value in real estate terms. A. The highest price a property will bring in a competitive market. B. The average price of similar properties in the area. C. The assessed value for tax purposes. D. The price set by the property owner. Answer. A. The highest price a property will bring in a competitive market. Explanation. Market value in real estate is defined as the most probable price that a property would bring in a competitive and open market. Question 9. How does zoning affect property use? A. It determines the types of buildings allowed. B. It only affects commercial properties. C. It sets the price for which a property can be sold. D. It dictates the interior design of buildings. Answer. A. It determines the types of buildings allowed. Explanation. Zoning laws dictate how properties in certain areas can be used, including the types of buildings allowed and their intended uses. Question 10. What is the primary purpose of a deed? A. To insure the property. B. To finance the property. C. To officially record a property transaction. D. To transfer ownership of a property. Answer. D. To transfer ownership of a property. Explanation. The primary purpose of a deed is to formally transfer ownership of a property from one party to another. Question 11. Describe the difference between real property and personal property. A. Real property is movable. Personal property is immovable. B. Real property includes land and buildings. Personal property includes movable items. C. Personal property includes land. Real property includes buildings. D. There is no difference between the two. Answer. B. Real property includes land and buildings. Personal property includes movable items. Explanation. Real property refers to land and anything permanently attached to it, like buildings, while personal property refers to movable items. Question 12. What does title insurance protect against? A. Property damage. B. Loss due to mortgage default. C. Unpaid property taxes. D. Defects in the title of the property. Answer. D. Defects in the title of the property. Explanation. Title insurance protects the buyer against any losses due to defects in the title of the property, such as liens or ownership disputes. Question 13. Explain the concept of adverse possession. A. The right to possess property through squatting. B. The process of evicting a tenant. C. The act of buying property at a tax sale. D. The right to use another's property for a specific purpose. Answer. A. The right to possess property through squatting. Explanation. Adverse possession allows a person to gain legal title to a property by occupying it for a specific period under certain conditions, often without the legal owner's permission. Question 14. What is the difference between a fixture and chattel in real estate? A. A fixture is permanently attached to a property. Chattel is not. B. Chattel is used only in commercial properties. Fixtures are for residential use. C. A fixture is a type of easement. Chattel is a type of lion. D. There is no significant difference. Answer. A. A fixture is permanently attached to a property. Chattel is not. Explanation. In real estate, a fixture is an item that is permanently attached to the property and becomes part of it, while chattel is personal property that is not attached and can be removed. Question 15. In a real estate transaction, what is the role of an escrow agent? A. To finance the property purchase. B. To conduct the property appraisal. C. To mediate disputes between buyer and seller. D. To hold and manage funds or documents until the transaction is completed. Answer. D. To hold and manage funds or documents until the transaction is completed. Explanation. An escrow agent acts as a neutral third party, holding and managing funds or important documents until all conditions of the real estate transaction are met. Question 16. How does a balloon payment function in a mortgage context? A. A large payment due at the end of a mortgage term. B. A small regular payment throughout the mortgage term. C. An upfront payment before the mortgage starts. D. A refundable payment after the mortgage is paid off. Answer. A. A large payment due at the end of a mortgage term. Explanation. A balloon payment is a large lump sum payment due at the end of a mortgage term, typically after a series of smaller regular payments. Question 17. What legal principle is involved when a tenant has exclusive possession, use, and enjoyment of real property for a specific duration under a lease? A. Freehold estate. B. Leasehold estate. C. Joint tenancy. D. Tenancy in common. Answer. B. Leasehold estate. Explanation. A leasehold estate grants a tenant the right to exclusive possession, use, and enjoyment of real property for a specific period, as defined in a lease agreement. Question 18. Define equity in relation to homeownership. A. The initial down payment made on a house. B. The total market value of a property. C. The difference between the property's market value and the outstanding mortgage balance. D. The interest rate on a mortgage. Answer. C. The difference between the property's market value and the outstanding mortgage balance. Explanation. In homeownership, equity refers to the difference between the property's current market value and the amount still owed on the mortgage. Question 19. What does the term due diligence refer to in the process of buying real estate? A. Negotiating the best possible deal. B. Verifying the property's condition and legal status before purchase. C. Ensuring the property is insured. D. Arranging for the mortgage and financial aspects. Answer. B. Verifying the property's condition and legal status before purchase. Explanation. Due diligence in real estate involves thoroughly investigating and verifying a property's condition, legal status, and other relevant aspects before completing the purchase. Question 20. Explain the concept of depreciation in real estate, particularly for investment properties. A. The decrease in property value due to wear and tear. B. The increase in property value over time. C. The change in property zoning. D. The division of property ownership. Answer. A. The decrease in property value due to wear and tear. Explanation. In real estate, particularly for investment properties, depreciation refers to the decrease in the value of a property over time due to factors like wear and tear or obsolescence. Question 21. What is a 1031 exchange in real estate, and when is it used? A. A method to defer capital gains taxes by exchanging one investment property for another. B. A standard real estate transaction for residential properties. C. A process for transferring property titles. D. An exchange of real estate investment trusts. Answer. A. A method to defer capital gains taxes by exchanging one investment property for another. Explanation. A 1031 exchange in real estate allows investors to defer capital gains taxes by exchanging one investment property for another similar property. Question 22. Scenario. Samantha, a homeowner, discovers a rare bird species nesting on her property, which is now classified as a protected habitat by environmental laws. How might this impact her property rights and usage? A. She can claim tax benefits for conservation. B. She must vacate the property immediately. C. Her property rights may be restricted to protect the habitat. D. She can develop the land without restrictions. Answer. C. Her property rights may be restricted to protect the habitat. Explanation. If Samantha's property is classified as a protected habitat, her rights to use, develop, or alter the property may be limited to protect the endangered species. Question 23. Define the term amortization in the context of a real estate mortgage. A. The process of increasing the mortgage balance. B. The division of property ownership between co-owners. C. The process of paying off a loan in regular installments over time. D. The devaluation of property over time. Answer. C. The process of paying off a loan in regular installments over time. Explanation. Amortization in real estate mortgages refers to the process of gradually reducing the loan balance through regular payments of both principal and interest over a set period. Question 24. What distinguishes a condominium from a townhouse in terms of ownership and property rights? A. Condominiums are always single-story, while townhouses are multi-story. B. Condominium owners hold titles to individual units and share common areas, while townhouse owners often own the land underneath. C. Townhouses are only found in urban areas, while condominiums are not. D. Condominiums are rented, while townhouses are owned. Answer. B. Condominium owners hold titles to individual units and share common areas, while townhouse owners often own the land underneath. Explanation. The key difference lies in ownership. Condominium owners own their individual units and a share of common areas, while townhouse owners typically own their unit and the land directly beneath it. Question 25. Scenario. Jacob owns a parcel of land with a river running through it. He plans to build a dam for a small hydroelectric generator. What water rights must Jacob consider before proceeding? A. Riparian rights. B. Literal rights. C. Prior appropriation rights. D. Severable rights. Answer. A. Riparian rights. Explanation. Riparian rights pertain to the use of water from a river or stream that runs through or adjacent to a property. Jacob must consider these rights, which can be subject to local and environmental regulations, before building a dam. Question 26. In real estate, what does cap rate, capitalization rate, signify? A. The interest rate on a mortgage. B. The zoning classification of a property. C. The rate of return on an investment property. D. The property's appreciation rate. Answer. C. The rate of return on an investment property. Explanation. The capitalization rate, or cap rate, in real estate is used to indicate the potential rate of return on an investment property based on the income it generates. Question 27. Define redlining and its impact in the real estate market. A. The process of drawing district lines for political purposes. B. The practice of denying services, typically financial, to residents of certain areas based on race or ethnicity. C. The outlining of flood zones for insurance purposes. D. The demarcation of commercial and residential zones. Answer. B. The practice of denying services, typically financial, to residents of certain areas based on race or ethnicity. Explanation. Redlining is a discriminatory practice where services like banking, insurance, and access to loans are denied to people based on their race or ethnicity, typically affecting certain neighborhoods or areas. Question 28. Scenario. A large shopping mall has been proposed in a residential neighborhood. The residents are concerned about increased traffic and noise. What public process must this development go through before it can be approved? A. A zoning variance. B. A community vote. C. Environmental impact assessment. D. A public hearing and approval by Planning Commission. Answer. D. A public hearing and approval by Planning Commission. Explanation. For such a development, it must undergo a public hearing process and receive approval from the local planning commission, taking into account factors like zoning, traffic, and environmental impact. Question 29. Explain the difference between leasehold estate and fee simple estate. A. Leasehold estate offers temporary rights to use property. Fee simple estate offers complete ownership. B. Leasehold estate pertains to commercial properties. Fee simple estate to residential properties. C. Leasehold estate allows subletting. Fee simple estate does not. D. There is no significant difference. Answer. A. Leasehold estate offers temporary rights to use property. Fee simple estate offers complete ownership. Explanation. A leasehold estate grants the holder the right to use and occupy a property for a set term, while a fee simple estate represents absolute ownership of the property, including the land it's on. Question 30. Scenario. Nora and Max are co-owners of a property. Nora wants to sell her share, but Max refuses. What legal actions are available to Nora in this situation? A. Filing a lawsuit for specific performance. B. Requesting a partition action in court. C. Seeking a restraining order against Max. D. Applying for a zoning change. Answer. B. Requesting a partition action in court. Explanation. If co-owners of a property disagree on selling or dividing it, one owner, like Nora, can file a partition action in court to force the division or sale of the property.